Punchline. What went wrong?
Okay, so another what went wrong this week. I know I was going to do bi-monthly, but maybe monthly would be good just to mix it up. So mostly for the Punchline episode, and the other one, what went wrong, or peer process kind of videos. Thing that went wrong this time was basically body language. You'll see why, but yeah, let's see.
Oh, cool. All right. Daniel, you here? It's your. All right, everyone, give it up for Daniel A.
So feeling pretty good today. It's been a long journey, but recently I lost 180 pounds. Thank you. I kind of cheated though, because I did the whole operation route, and they do this like incision right here, and they just remove that shit, and it's like for a while I was like, I kept hearing this voice saying, "Please don't do this, please," and I was just like, this thing's been holding me back too long. Fuck it. I don't want a brother anyway. That's a fratricide joke right there. But I think it's funny that people applaud when people say things like, I lost weight or whatever. You have to let people talk, keep on talking, because you don't know, they might surprise you later in the sentence. Like, if I said, like, I like rape, and it's like, then it's like, boo, fuck you. But then let me finish on, like, and other forms of music. It's like, I'm not a racist, I'm just an idiot who can't pronounce rap, you know what I'm saying? Or if I said, like, I hate rape, wait for it, and it's like, when you get caught, and then it's like, fuck this guy, It's like, maybe we could have had a conversation. Anyway, let me think, what else? But yeah, I have been going to the gym recently, though, and learning a few things, not about nutrition and all that shit. It seems kind of eat less, work out more, whatever. But like, working at the gym, it's like, you see like the television program that they have, and like, I've always seen like the fitness channel or the food channel, which the food channel is like diabolical kind of. It's like, don't, you fat ass, you better fucking run. And then like, it's the fitness channel, there's all these commercials for things to get more in shape. It's like, NASA invented this workout ball or whatever the fuck. And it's always like, when did NASA or like any smart scientist, like, when did that ever matter when people are pitching things? It's like, evolution, no. Climate change, fuck you. And it's like, 30-minute ads. All right, I'm listening, Poindexter. Let's see, what else? I was actually jogging this morning, and I saw, like, I could hear, like, there's this cop in front of me. I assume he's a cop because he had this walkie-talkie that was, like, the break and all that shit, like, going on while he was running, but he wasn't answering it. And it never occurred to me that, like, if I call 911 and they're calling the guy to come help the situations, like, this dude's just got to finish his mile before he can fucking help me out. And it's just like, another thing about that is that he was on his, like, machine and I was on mine. And I was thinking, like, if I can outrun him here, maybe I can outrun them out there. Because I think if you're not white or, like, light-toned or whatever, I think it's a very rational fear to fear the police, especially, like, now. Because it's like, you could have, like, a 9/11 pin on top of a Support Our Troops shirt with a flag, American flag waving. If you have a hoodie or, a turban, shit might happen, just for no reason. And it's kind of fucked up because it's like, because, like, whenever there's, like, a shooting of a person, like, nobody even asks, like, are they black? Because they just know that. It's just like this person was shot. No one has to ask, like, was he black? Of course. It's like, it's fucked up. I kind of ripped that last part. I had nowhere to go. What was it? I think maybe, actually he had like a fire department shirt on. So maybe I don't think he was probably from like the fire department, but I'm thinking like, because I've never seen like fires be put out like the way they are in movies and shit like that. And I was just thinking that like maybe the fire department's just like a secret workout cult where like people just get in shape and shit like that. And like they're just pyromaniacs because they always like light things on fire and be like, this is safety. And they, you know what I'm saying? But where's it gonna go from there? Oh yeah, about rape. I was thinking that like, oh, 1 minute, okay. Oh yeah, there's always things people say where it's like, at least buy me dinner first, or at least like as if it's gonna help. And like maybe that's the worst thing about Rick, well, the second worst thing about Rick, where it's like, you know, they didn't buy them dinner even after, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe I might have lightened the blow or something like that. I just feel like a social contract's been broken, basically. So that's pretty much it.
We go for Daniel, everyone. Yeah.
Woo! Okay, anyway. So, you know, I got a few laughs, and I think my material was pretty good. But there were a little, you know, I didn't need to practice more, and a lot of stuff I was saying was like the first or second time I was saying it on stage, so it wasn't, you know, it hasn't been written fully yet, so it's not solid in my memory. So the segues, there was a little, like, disjointed. But anyway, the main problem, body language. And the one thing about that is that I've heard before, and it's probably true, that your hands are indicators where other people's eyes should be. So like if my hands are here, people are going to look here. If I have them in my crotch, they're going to look at my crotch or whatever. There's a funny Conan O'Brien skit about etiquette, and you should check that out. It's funny. But basically, so my hands were all over the place. After the first joke, I kept on moving my hands like this when I was saying things, which is important, but it was basically one thing, it was unfocused. I was using it all the time, and like it, you know, it loses meaning because I didn't, it's not like, it should, you know, emphasize jokes. It should like punctuate a punchline, or like, you know, something that I say so people are paying attention, you know? So it just was unfocused. I used it way too much, overabundance, because like I said, if it's used too much, then people will just start ignoring it because I'm just moving my hands when I'm talking, and that doesn't mean anything if I just keep talking. But if I say like this only at certain times, then you're going to pay attention when I go like this. If someone's just peripherally looking at you, they see this going on, that's different, something's changing. So I wasn't doing that. Another thing, I guess I was using the similar motion. I was like using this, because this is how I normally talk sometimes, but like I was doing this maybe too much just because I didn't know what to do with this hand, and maybe I should just use the stand so I can use both my hands when I'm doing stuff, because certain things, like the exercise stuff, you know, better with like miming or something like that. But, you know, my hands don't have to be moving if it's not necessary for the joke. It should only be like certain things. So I think it was just maybe like vary up, change up the, you know, a change up. I gotta change it up. Lastly, I guess I would say I go like this a lot when I'm like, you know, shifting between ideas. Because if I'm saying something, I usually stay in one place and move my hands. But then like when I'm thinking, I'll move, I'll rock. So, you know, that relays uncertainty, which is, you know, also relayed by the fact that I'm hesitating or like, let me think, just because I didn't practice. So, you know, if I just stay still, maybe it'll be less obvious, even though if they can hear it, they can also tell. But anyway, that's pretty much what went wrong that week, or this last week. So, laters.